Hey, good morning, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and finish our book. Junie B. Jones is not a crook. So last time when we read, she'd already been to the principal's office. She had been to the lost and found. She's understanding that when you lose something or you find something, you take it to the lost and found. And what happens on the way back to her classroom? She finds a pen, and she thinks finders, keepers, losers, weepers, right? So if you find something, good for the finder, too bad for the guy who lost it, right? Or the girl who lost it. So, and then she's trying to get Grandpa Frank Miller to get her some more mittens, and that would just make her whole world better because she would have the mittens she wants, and she's got this new pen, okay? So chapter 7. Oh, and it's important. And so remember, Grandpa Miller had that story he shared about when he had lost his wallet and that somebody had brought it back to him. So that kind of got her thinking about that finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Sometimes it's not exactly that way. And if you return something, you feel just as good about yourself. So here we go. After I talked to my grandpa, I went to my room. I closed my door real secret. Then I took my wonderful pen out of my pocket and I did a big sigh. 'Cause I had confusion in me, that's why. I wish I had never even heard of that wallet story, I said. 'Cause finders, keepers, losers, weepers isn't the rule, apparently. And so now maybe I might be a crook. I looked at my wonderful pen. Yeah, only I don't feel like a crook. I feel like a lucky duck. But I still have to take this thing to the lost and found, probably. And then it will go to waste just like the teddy backpack. Then all of a sudden I heard Mother and Daddy come home from work. I quick hided my pen under my mattress, 'cause those two would not be understanding of the situation. They came into the room and kissed me hello. Then I told them what happened to my mittens. Then I begged and begged for them to take me to the store. But Mother said there's no more left. And Daddy said there's no more left too. And so there was no more left, apparently. That's how come I got all depressed all over again. And I couldn't even sleep because that night I kept on wondering who was the mitten crook? What did he look like? Because I've seen crooks on TV before, and they're the biggest, meanest, with tattoos on themselves. Just then, I sat up on my bed, because I have a good idea that popped into my head, that's why. Hey, a tattoo is easy to spot, I bet, I said. And so maybe I can find that crook on the playground tomorrow. After that, I went straight to sleep, because I needed my strength for crook looking. The next day at recess, I didn't play horses with Lucille and that Grace. Instead, I ran all around the playground looking for the mitten crook. Only too bad for me, because most of the children had their jackets on, and so I couldn't even see any crooks with tattoos. Pretty soon the bell rang. That's when my eyes got tears in them, because I would never see my mittens again. Not ever, ever, ever. I started walking to room 9. My nose was sniffling and drippity. I wiped it on my attractive jacket sleeve. Then all of a sudden, a pink fluffy girl skipped past me. She had pink fluffy dress. She had a pink fluffy dress with pink fluffy socks and shoes and pink fluffy jacket made of pink fluffy fur. And guess what else? She had black furry mittens in her pink fluffy pockets. My eyes got big and wide. Hey, my mittens, my mittens, my mittens. I screamed real loud. Then I put my head down and I zoomed at her like a speeding bullet. Mrs. saw me running. She grabbed my attractive winter jacket. I jumped up and down and pointed. That pink fluffy girl stole my mitten. She's the crook. Only her jacket is covering up her tattoo, and so that's what stumped me. Mrs. called the pink fluffy girl. She skipped to where we were. I kept on jumping. You stole them. You stole my mittens, I said. No, I didn't, she said back. I didn't steal anything. I found these mittens. They were right in the grass, and so I thought nobody wanted them. I did, I yelled. I wanted them. My Grandpa Miller brought them for me for no good reason, and I have been worrying about them all day and all night, and that is a heartache, madame. Oops. Mrs. said to hush my voice. She took my mittens away from the pink fluffy girl and gave them back to me. Then she bended down and she talked to the pink fluffy girl real serious. Even if you thought no one wanted these mittens, it was wrong for you to take them, she told her. The pink fluffy girl pointed at me. But you didn't even take good care of them, she said. I stamped my foot. Yes, I did. I did too take care of them. I left them with my attractive winter jacket because I didn't even know there was crooks at this place. Mrs. said to hush to me again. She should have taken them to the lost and found, she told the pink fluffy girl. You should have taken them to the lost and found, she told the pink fluffy girl. Yeah, because then I would have found them when I looked there, I said. And so what do you think that box is there for? My health? The pink fluffy girl started to cry. But I really, really love them, she said. Mrs. smoothed her hair. I'm afraid that's not the issue, she said. Yeah, we're afraid that's not the issue, I said, because finders keepers isn't the rule apparently. And so from now on, if you find my stuff, you have to take it to the lost and found. Plus also you can put it in my grandpa's mailbox. Mrs. looked at me for a real long time. She said I was getting on her nerves. After that, she held the pink fluffy girl's hand and they went to talk to her teacher. I quick put my mittens on. Then I buried my face in their black furry fur and I danced around real joyful. Chapter 8, I'm not a crook. The next day I went to the principal's office. The grunchy typing lady looked over the counter at me. I rocked back and forth on my feet. Yeah, only I'm not even bad again, I said. I need to go to the lost and found and that's all. The grouchy typing lady opened up the closet. She pulled out the big box. Just then the phone rang and she hurried up to answer it. I quick bended down and digged my hands in the lost and found. Then my heart got very thrilled because I saw that wonderful teddy backpack again. That's why. I snuggled my face in its tummy. I love this softy guy, I whispered. I put him on my back and I skipped all around. The grouchy typing lady hanged up the phone. Did you lose that too? She asked. Is that why you're here? I kept standing there and standing there. Well, she said. Finally, I did a big sigh. Then I walked very slowly to the box. And I took off the teddy backpack. No, I said, not why. After that, I reached into my pocket and I pulled out my wonderful pen. I found this, I said. It was on the floor by the water fountain and I really, really love it. Only that's not the issue. Then I did a big, deep breath and I dropped my wonderful pen into the lost and found. I am not a crook, I said, kind of quiet. The grouchy typing lady looked nicer at me. She ruffled my hair. No, she said, of course you're not a crook. After that, I rocked back and forth on my feet some more, and I waited and waited and waited. The typing lady raised her eyebrows at me. I'm waiting for the grin, I explained, only there seems to be a delay. She laughed right out loud.